Welcome to the workshop.
Welcome back.
In this week's video, Dad's going to be finishing his front bulkhead.
And Oliver's going to be finishing the cam cover and the air intake.
Part 2. My name is Oliver, and this is my dad, Andrew. He's a wicked engineer and my next door neighbour. We've always wanted to build a car together and make your own gear knob kit. There you go.
This might take a while.
Building a car and making memories with my dad. One of one, this is Project Mosquito. A huge thank you to everyone who sent me get well soon messages last week. I am 90% better, still uncomfortable, but a lot better. I've really hurt myself. I'm not sure quite how I hurt myself so badly, but I really did. But I'm feeling loads better. Stairs still suck and it's difficult to get comfy, but other than that, I'm back to full strength.
This is a thicker panel. We don't need to go mad bead rolling it.
No, because you think it's going to warp more.
Warp more, and it's super stiff anyway, because of all bends that's in it. So if we can just put one in around there.
Yeah?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Happy?
Makes a massive difference, doesn't it?
That's a super stiff panel now. Hopefully I've got the hole in the middle. So we've made this part of the bulkhead out of 1mm steel. The reason for this is that because the pedals are there, the driver's feet are a lot further forward. So just trying to incorporate a little extra crash protection and to make the actual seating area a proper safety cell. On the passenger side, there'll be a passenger side footrest, which brings your feet back away from the bulkhead. So in the event of an accident and any deformation of the bulkhead, the passenger's feet are still well away from any possible danger. So this is 1mm. We've bead rolled it. It's now super stiff. And then we can incorporate this now into the bulkhead, into the footwell and the bulkhead, and link everything together. Make everything super, super strong. We'll also be welding this to the centre tunnel, which makes an even stiffer structure, and so then everything will be tied together. And the steering universal joint the hole's big enough for the whole universal joint to pass right through into passenger compartment. So what I'm doing now, I'm going to make a little collar and weld it in here. So when we put the gaiter on, the gaiter, you have somewhere to fasten the gaiter to. And this is our gaiter. We're using it's actually a Diane CV joint gaiter. I can cut it down so that it fits. These things are super tough.
Good.
Then we put the gaiter on. It's super important we put the gaiter on so it faces this way and not inside. If it faces inside, what happens is any muck or dust or anything else gets blown up and it literally fills the gaiter up inside.
Right, it's not just that. If it was this way around, your steel sleeve would be on the inside, yeah?
Yeah.
And so what's going to happen is all the muck is going to go in and sit between the rubber and the steel sleeve.
Yeah.
And if you get any water at all, it's just going to sit between the rubber and the steel sleeve. And of course, water always wins.
Yeah, it'd rot that away in no time.
Yeah. So it's a really important thing, is that? Yeah. And we'll put a little sleeve that fits on here between this washer and the universal joint, so that the rubber can run on it and there's no stiction. So our little seal isn't adding like stiffness to the steering, and it's also not pulling and tearing our little rubber gator, because if it was, your little rubber gator wouldn't last 2 minutes and then it would leak, and then it's utterly pointless. So yeah. And I like they've cut it down as well. Yeah, because obviously that makes it lighter. And I've just put some paint stripper on my welds. I think there's a Dominic Toretto line about nearly blowing the welds on the intake. Because there's primer all in the weld, and it's ugly, to be honest, and I don't want to grind all the weld back or file all the weld back, because this thing's very thin. I've put the coil cover on, even though it looks a mess, so that I can polish it all as one. And so it has the same grain running all the way through, and I'm polishing in the same direction all the time. Because this needs a proper polish up as well. You can't make this all nice and then put this on top of it not looking amazing. And so, amazing it has to look. It has come to my attention that there's a lip on the back of here, and this side is flush. So I'm tempted to take down the spacers while I'm polishing it. So Dad chucked them in the lathe and machined them down slightly. And like I say, if it was under the bonnet of a Civic and you've got your bonnet here, having your cam cover tilted slightly towards the viewer, as it were, might be a nice thing. But because this is mid-engine and you're looking at the engine from the back, basically, all you'd see was a big thick gap here and no gap there. Which perturbs me. That's better, isn't it?
Yep. Loads better.
Yeah, lovely that. Happy days. How's that? Not bad, eh? That was super tidy, that. So to super tidy install, as the Americans say.
Obviously can finish welding it tomorrow, and I've got to make these panels and weld the other side up, weld that tight in place. And I've checked with the fuel cans, and these are just, I've put these in just to make things, you know, give a representation. But obviously, they'd stand this high.
Yeah.
Well, that's 10 litres. That's 20. That's 30. Obviously, they will be up off of the ground. You know, they'll be at this height.
And there'll be and we can run a sump underneath the driver's side steering. So even though the tank can't come full height all the way across, it can kind of come down and across.
Yep.
And yeah, super happy with that.
So we're going to get a minimum of 50 litres of fuel in this car.
Yeah, really happy with that, Dad. It looks superb.
It's coming together really well. Looks factory.
Yep. Right.
Of course, we are the factory.
Yes, we are. We are the factory, and we made it, and therefore it is factory. Right, I've got to go and polish these little ends.
I'm looking forward now to getting all the radiator mounted and
I am.
all the front end on.
Yeah. All the crash
Then we can get it. Then we can get the body on it.
Yeah. Then it'll look like a car. I'm right. I might be slightly tired. I've walked around this workshop looking for a pair of pliers. Right. There's a pair out there on the table, but not only that, I had a pair in my hand. Good morning.
Good morning. So we've mocked everything back. We've mocked everything up just to check everything still lines up as it should do. Because obviously, when you start welding, we don't want anything to distort. It's all tacked in place. It's as it should be. And just to show you that it is super strong.
Pretty strong, that.
But yeah, happy days. Whoops. I can carry on now and finish it off.
God, it's you doing that and not me. Not this week, anyway.
Right, so I'll remove the heater and make the panel.
And I'm doing the same thing that I've been doing for the last 2 weeks. Yeah, it's getting better. I know I keep saying it's getting there, but it's getting there.
Rome wasn't built in a day, old boy.
I was going to stay late last night and try and get this done with this. Unfortunately, I realised it was time to stop work when my drill battery ran out. I walked all the way upstairs, which is, you've probably seen in this episode, takes a while. Got another battery, walked all the way back down, realised I hadn't taken the old battery upstairs, so I took the old battery upstairs, came all the way back down, walked out there, and then realised I still had a battery in my hand. And I'm not even sure if it's an old one or a new one. So I think it's time to stop. Sometimes there are signs you've had enough and you need to go home and have a warm bath. And that was mine. One thing is, that was asked in last week's video, we're not going to be clear coating any of the polished aluminium on the Mosquito. I really don't like clear coated aluminium. There are some excellent clear coats out there that are UV resistant and stuff, but in my experience, clear coats and kind of raw metal varnishes tend to make aluminium look a bit milky. And it's a look that I'm really not a fan of because obviously aluminium oxidation is white. And so it tends to make your aluminium look a bit unpolished and unfinished. And so, yeah, I'd prefer to just keep polishing it, to be honest. it would appear that the paint stripper that I left on this, just on here and here overnight, got the primer underneath the powder coat on this, and it's worked. I didn't think it would, but I thought, you know, you never know. Sometimes it's worth a shot, innit? I think we might need a new sandpaper box.
You think so?
You are?
Do you think so?
A little bit. Stuff. If you've gotten to this stage in the video and you're enjoying yourself, then you really should scroll down there and click subscribe. And even if you are subscribed, but you don't get these videos appearing in your feed as often as you'd like, because you know what YouTube's like, you can always click the bell icon, which is next to the subscribe icon, and then you'll get a notification every time we upload a video. I'd also like to say a huge thank you to our Slicks tier Patreon members, Andy Wood, DC and Alex Bottomley. This list of names keeps getting longer and it's going to get harder for me to remember. But I want to say a huge thank you to all of our Patreon supporters.
Yes, thank you very much.
You're absolute legends.
Slipping ridiculously strong.
Why?
Eh?
Why is it ridiculous? Because it's so intricate.
Yeah.
It's fiddly. That's why this video's been so quiet. If this I have no idea how this video is going to turn out because for most of yesterday I was out there. But if this video is very music montagey, it's because it's basically a video of two people concentrating really, really hard for 2 days.
Yeah, we kind of take the Gordon Ramsay approach to building cars, where you only use the finest ingredients, nothing comes out of a packet, nothing's pre-prepared, it's all brand new, fresh ingredients.
Oh, yeah, because you only bolt on parts that we make them bolt on.
Yeah.
But it is a thing because we get nothing for free. Like, well, I've said this before, but when you buy a car, you get most of a car, and then you modify that most of a car. Whereas we've got the approach of,
well, we started with nothing and we've got most of that left.
yeah, exactly. You know what I mean?
But yeah, it's
if you get hurt, and there's two of us in this workshop hurt, Mum will never let us live it down.
I'm more worried about getting all in my socks. So if you're new to the channel, we've taken great care to make the car as serviceable as possible. One of the reasons we took all this time doing this area, this front bulkhead and dash area, is because we need to be able to get this in and out. Once we get the windscreen on, because it's a really curved windscreen, once we get the windscreen on, we still need to be able to remove this at some stage. It might never happen. Hopefully it'll never happen. We can replace the heater matrix from the front here, from the bonnet side, but this section has to go in from under the dash on the inside of the car. So we've spent an awful lot of time getting this as perfect as possible, so that we can, in a future date, should we need to remove it, we can do without having to cut big chunks out of the car. So it's took a while, and it's took a lot of head scratching, but thankfully it's well on its way to being fitted properly.
And no unnecessary brackets. Should be one heck of a demister though.
Yeah, because it's the two vents straight onto the windscreen.
And it's made for a 4-seat car. So there's a lot less interior space than there is in a Panda. And that's it. A lot of people said to us, why don't you put the heater in the back or whatever, rather than bringing water all the way from the engine. But you have to have a demister by law, and if we have to have something, then I want to make it as good as it can be. I don't want some, like, sorry excuse for a heater and then have to fit another thing. Yeah, because
they do make the little electric boxes, like windscreen blowers, which are right in a track car is fine. But when you want to use this car, you know, it could be minus 14, and you want to jump in it, drive it, and be super safe. You know, your windows need to be all nice and clear, and you need to be toasty warm.
Yeah, we've got a really diverse climate here, because it can be 40 Celsius or it can be minus 14 Celsius, but we do have a big in-between season, especially in like autumn and spring, when in the morning it can be like -6 when you first wake up, and then after
lunch it can be 20 degrees.
Yeah, 20-25 degrees. It can be like a British summer's day. And so first thing in the morning you're going to need your heater, and then by midday you're going to need to stay cool. And so it's got to kind of do everything. As good as this might look when it's polished up now, it'll only get better with time. That's the beautiful thing about something that's polished, isn't it?
Yeah.
It'll polish and polish and polish and polish and get shinier and shinier and shinier, because I can polish it when it's in the car, after all. So I know that this valve cover, as it was in its pink state, never ran on that engine. And the reason is the coils would have had no earth signal, because the holes are completely bunged up. Absolutely full of, what do you call it?
Powder coat.
I've mega blasted it off with the airline, but to make sure that there's no kind of nasties hiding behind this windage tray. I'm going to wash it out with paraffin. It'll also get rid of any sus and any debris or anything that's in here, because it's obviously not the cleanest thing anyway, and it won't do the polished finish any harm at all. So I can get it all in and squirt it in. Yeah, the reason I didn't want to use water and like wash it all out with water, which might be some people's kind of instinct, is that the windage tray is made of steel, and the last thing, paraffin would have also been a problem. Not paraffin, acetone would have, or something like that would have also been an issue, because you don't want the windage tray, which is this dude, to start rusting.
Ideally, I would have liked to have made this panel all in one, all the way through. But it's just too complicated a shape, and we needed to get everything else in first. And I couldn't put this in without that being there, so catch-22, but we'll make it look nice.
It would have been super fiddly. We are officially degreased.
To get rid of all the petrol cans now.
Yep. Not wearing a microphone. It helps us wear a microphone. Folk can hear you better. Dad.
I've got my microphone on.
First time for everything.
Don't know what you mean.
So everything that's red stays exposed. Everything that's not red, I'm going to regret not painting. Have I ever mentioned that I hate painting? My great fear here is to paint it all and then unmask it and have a pink line. And if that happens, then we'll be swearing.
So I've got everything on this side tacked in now. What I'll do later, I'll do it off camera, I'll finish weld all along, so I'll completely weld this seam all the way along, just with little tiny spot welds, and I can dress it back after and blend it all in, so it'll all look really neat and tidy. I'll do the same there and the same on the bulkhead, so it'll all blend nicely together, and it won't look spotty like this, it'll look super smooth.
Shall I have a go? Oh. This that Dad's and that I was doing before, this is pinstriping tape. And the idea is that your paper tape afterwards gets stuck to this edge and you get a perfect edge.
Now, don't we? Are you doing it?
Huh?
Are you doing it?
I'll let you do it. You're all it can. And I'm nervous. No, I am genuinely nervous. I'm a bit nervous about this, I'll be honest with you. We are committing possibly to repainting the wheels or repainting this if we don't like it, aren't we?
Yeah. And we also said we weren't going to paint it, we're just going to polish it.
Originally I said I was just going to paint it, I wasn't going to polish it. But originally I wanted a different colour for these wheels, and I keep looking at the wheels, I'm not really satisfied, but the colour that I wanted for the wheels clashes with one of the potential body colours. So yeah, if this looks really good, we're repainting the wheels.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm between two body colours. Both body colours go with the interior colour that I've chosen. But obviously this is your second colour, this is your trim colour. Because you've got polished, you've got body colour, and then you've got the accent colour, because colour theory, 3 colours, right? So you've got, this is your accent colour with the black, and then you've got the polish, and then you've got the body colour.
The kind of black don't really count.
It does, no, black does count. Black does count as an accent colour, if you've got enough of it. If you've only got a little bit, then no. You know what I mean? Because tyres are black. But yes, I'm nervous. Because this is me potentially committing to a body colour. Gold, and this is why I didn't prime it, because actually the red is the perfect colour to go under gold.
Yeah, if you ever want to paint anything gold, paint it red first. So first coat, super light, just basically just putting a little bit of paint on.
Funny, isn't it, right? We've drilled big holes in stuff, we've chopped stuff up, chopped stuff in half. The thing that I'm most nervous about is spray paint. I tell you, I hate paint. I hate paint because it makes me like this. Yeah, I'm not a fan of paint. It drives me like a bit balmy. I've got paint-related anxiety. Good morning.
Good morning.
We've got dry paint. And we're on day 3 again. We're not supposed to do that. Right, so let's unwrap this and get it back on the car, right?
It's like Christmas.
Yeah. We've got a new bulkhead and new cam cover.
New shiny thing.
Yeah. Wildly nervous about this. Really, I love the look of it though, I must say. See, it's a difficult one, gold, isn't it? Because some golds are very green. There you go. But I like this kind of more antique-y, classic-y gold.
Well, this is more like a chrome gold than
yeah, but it's a darker gold, isn't it?
Yeah.
Rather than a lighter gold.
Yeah, another one. Other golds are beige. It's like metallic beige rather than.
Yep. Yeah, very creamy.
Careful.
Like Bailey's metallic.
Rid of some of this sticky.
Yep. Oh, that's satisfying. Is it weird that I'm trying not to look at it until it's all unwrapped? I need to like stand back and look at it properly. Now, there's a little bit of a joke in this, and that's that official BMC replacement Mini and MGB engines used to be called gold seal engines.
And all the cast iron engine blocks were painted gold. I remember it from when I was a kid.
Yeah, like the entire engine were gold. They were like they only had one tin of paint.
Yeah. They probably did.
Yeah, and when you get full fat milk, it was always gold top milk.
Yeah.
So this is the gold top K series. Straight, straight, straight.
Okay.
Ow! Straight into my shin. It's all right, it's not like I'm wounded or anything.
That's all right.
Right, straighten it up.
Right, that'll do.
Pretty smart, if I don't say so myself.
Yeah, it's worked out really, really well. The aesthetic goes with the period that we're setting the car into.
Yeah, what I didn't expect, it reminds me of the Vorsteiner livery. The gold and silver Vorsteiner beer livery. Fans of IndyCar will know. It's that just that right gold, isn't it?
Yeah.
Which is spot on for the era, really. Yeah, super happy, and I like that it's just touches. It doesn't look over the top. It doesn't look too much.
It's not screaming its presence loud, but it is there.
Yeah, and you can spend a heck of a lot of money on a K-Series cam cover. You can spend upwards of €500 on a K-Series cam cover that's not that special looking. And for this to look this special with just sandpaper, some paint and some polish.
Yeah, and a bit of elbow grease.
More than a bit of elbow grease. is quite a thing. And I'm very, very proud of what we've achieved. And your bulkhead is excellent,
yes,
sir.
it's coming on. It's come along really well. We're getting there now. It's looking more and more like a car every episode.
It is. So yeah, if you have not watched all of this series and this is your third or second or first ever Mosquito video, don't worry, at the end of the beauty shots there will be a playlist that you can click on that is a full series box set. So if you didn't have anything to watch, you do now. And if you've previously watched them and you fancy watching them again, I won't be stopping you. But yeah, thank you to everyone who's watched this video and everyone who's clicked subscribe and everyone who clicks like and everyone who leaves us a Mosquito emoji down in the comments below if you've made it this far.
And don't forget the bell icon.
Yes. We've had a lot of people reach out to us telling us that they haven't had these videos appear to them on their timeline and they're like, are you not uploading videos or what? So yeah, if that's you, make sure that you click that bell icon because it really does help. And I'm not someone who like posts rubbish all the time. So I think now when you click the bell icon, it says like all notifications, you can click all notifications and that's it. Because we don't post like mini videos or spoilers or anything like that through the week. So you won't be constantly annoyed with notifications. The only notification that you'll get is when we upload a video. So yeah, huge thank you to everyone who's watched this, and thank you, Dad. Yeah, because absolute legend this week.
Yeah, it's coming to really, really well. Yep. So tell us what you think about the cam cover. Tell us what you think about the bulkhead.
Yeah.
Leave us a comment.
Please be awesome to each other, and we'll see you all in the next episode.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.